Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Hey everyone, it's Jeff here, and I want to welcome you to the podcast Get to Know Me, where I get to visit with our trans family and talk a little bit about them and their lives. And joining me today, I've got Rome. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I am good. I'm so glad we get to sit and talk for a little bit, and helps me learn as well because I'm all about giving everyone that I can a voice.
Right, of course.
So let's ask, has being trans been an obstacle in your life between your friends, your family, and your work?
So work and friends, no, because no one really knows that I'm trans. Family, yes, only because, they knew you from who you were before.
Yes.
So my mother being one of them, um, we haven't spoke ugh, since my grandmother passed away, which has been 6.5 years now.
Wow.
Um, Once she knew that I was like fully invested, and when I changed my name and everything, she kind of was like, "Oh, I will never call you this. I will never call you that. You will always be known as so and so to me, and blah blah blah." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Well, when you said it before, you was okay with it, and now all of a sudden, since you know that I'm actually serious about it, you're not okay." So me and my mom, we have a love hate relationship. I always say a love hate relationship because even her birthday just passed, December 28th. I text my sister, I text my siblings. I have 7 sisters. Oh my God, yes, seven.
Goodness.
And one brother. Of course, yeah, I know. I said the same thing. My mom has 9 of us. I know. I don't know how it happened, but it just happened. But I have 7 sisters, my brother, and then I have me. So I'm the oldest brother. Even with my transition, my youngest brother is only 21. He just turned 21.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. I am 33. We have literally about a 13 year difference.
Yeah.
So, I text my other siblings and my other sisters and was like, well, let my mom know. I said happy birthday. Also, let her know in her Cash App. I sent her some money, blah 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 blah. Of course. Um, and one of the siblings, one of my siblings who was also happened to be non-binary as well.
Mhm.
They texted me and was like, well, yeah, they sent her the message that I sent, and what I sent them, and they were like, okay. I was like, well, that seems a little better than not saying anything at all,
Yeah.
because she would never say okay or how you doing or if you're alive or anything. But um, I know she watches my pages, so she knows that I'm alive and good.
He knows what's going on. Okay, well, that's
Exactly. But as far as
but you're
my father actually, he already knew. He knew exactly who I was gonna be. Literally,
yeah.
the reason why he gave me the name before I changed my name was because he was like, I always thought you was a boy. I thought you was gonna be a boy, regardless of how you came out. I thought you was a boy, and I was like, this is why I love you. Got you, Dad. Got
Yep.
you.
Brothers and sisters are all okay?
Oh yeah, no, they have. I mean, no different relationship than how I did before when I was
Okay.
torturing them and everything else. Yeah,
Awesome. What pronouns do you go by?
he, him, his. Everything is male pronouns, no matter what.
Awesome. Okay. So do you feel like that you missed anything during your childhood? I'm not sure when you decided to transition, but do you feel like you
It's
missed out?
funny. I actually What's so funny is, when I was younger, when I was around my stepbrothers and my step siblings,
Uh-huh.
my stepbrothers would always try to tell me that I can't play with them because I was a girl or whatever.
Yeah.
But I would always come to them and be like, "No, I'm a boy. I can do this. I can do this." So they already kind of knew where I was at. Even my aunts, they knew exactly where I was at too, because they were like, I don't like wearing dresses. I don't like doing this, that, and the third. So they were like, well, what do you like to do? I was like, I want to be with the boys. I want to do this. I want to play basketball. I want to play football. I want to do this. And they were like, something's not right with them. literally. And my family, they're from the South. They're from Louisiana. So
Okay.
imagine that. Imagine that. Being from a southern state.
Oh, yes.
Now, my parents grew up in the South. I grew up in California.
Okay.
So imagine the West Coast to the South.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine the clash that we all had. First off, I don't know anything about the South. I didn't even know the words that they were saying to me and giving to me
Hmm.
until I had to look it up in a dictionary and be like, this is offensive. What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Like my aunts would say words that I'm not gonna repeat it because it might trigger people. But I'm like, wow, okay, so this is what my aunts used to say, but now they're okay. They're okay with me because they knew who I was.
Yeah.
They knew who I've become. On my dad's side, they already knew. They didn't even care. They were never offensive, defensive. They were never anything. They were like, we knew we were gonna be a guy. We knew what was gonna happen. We were just waiting on you to come out to us. And I'm like, okay. Well, I was so scared to say anything because of what my family on my mom's side said. So I
Yeah.
don't know what my dad's side is gonna say. Mind you, my whole dad's side of the family is fucking gay. So of course,
Oh, well.
right, exactly.
So, what has been your favorite part of your transition journey?
When I got my surgery, I'm sorry, I had to say
Oh,
it. So yeah, no. When I got my surgery and when I was able to just go out and be free and go on the beach I see how I am right now, just like I'm just out there. I don't care. It's amazing. Literally, it's amazing. I'm living my life freely. Literally.
that and that's all that counts. And people shouldn't. Well, how you're living your life doesn't affect anybody else. And I don't understand why people have to get in our
Right.
business.
Exactly. Right. That's what I'm saying too. Like, first off, why do you even care? Like, I'm out here being free. I'm not bothering you. You're not bothering me.
That's right.
I'm doing me. And then on top of that, hey, I'm like this. So what's up? I mean, I don't know what to say. Literally,
Well, you just keep living your best life. So,
I,
so
I definitely am, especially being on the beach right now. So definitely.
oh, of course. So, what worries you most about being trans right now?
Honestly, I transitioned. Oh my God. Ooh, it's been like a decade and a half.
Yeah.
Like I said, no one really knows unless I announce it or unless I say something. I don't have any worries anymore.
Good. Okay, good.
And honestly, even before I transitioned, everyone assumed
Yeah.
as well. Because even when I was and I'm letting it be known, yeah, I played basketball. I played women's basketball at one point. Um, they still always assumed that I was a guy, no matter what.
No matter what.
And this is before hormones. This is before hormones. This is before I transitioned. This is before I cut my hair and I was done something before I had a beard. Everyone assumed I was a guy, no matter what.
Wow.
So even to this day, I have a story to tell where they had to stop me when I was trying to go into the women's restroom and use it before I transitioned. This is my senior year in high school. They had to stop me going into the women's restroom. And they're like, oh, it's the guy about to enter, blah, blah, blah. My best friend looked at them and was like, that's they were like, they're with us. They're on the team. And they were like, oh, sorry, oh, we didn't know, blah, blah, blah. And I started laughing and was like, oh, yeah, best friend, it's time. It's time, best friend. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what has surprised you the most about your transition journey?
What surprised me the most, honestly, the difference when it comes down to letting, since I live my life as a gay male,
Uh-huh.
um, it's surprising because a lot of individuals that I've talked to, they don't know that I'm trans.
Yeah.
And when I say it, they're like, wait, what? And I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna go because, a lot of cis males, want the real thing from what I've noticed and seen. But it was surprising because a lot of them was like, well, we don't care about that. We just didn't know. And I'm like, well, yeah,
Right.
but I also know I tend to know and tend to have seen, especially through like these little apps on Grinder and Snippies and things like that. I tend to see that a lot of individuals are only interested within what you have in your bottom area.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even when I was at Sawmill, it was the same thing. And I'm like, well, us trans guys do a lot more, and actually our sizes differ quite a lot more than anybody else you know. So we can be small and big. So what's up? So
There you go. There you
and
go. I hear
also
you.
exactly, and also um a lot of trans guys, just to be out there, a lot of us trans guys, we don't bottom like that. We're
Mhm.
verse. So
Yeah.
we don't just bottom as a lot of males or cis hetero males would think. We like to top as well too. I let it be known. I love to top. I love to top males. It's just it's a kink for me. I'm sorry. I love it.
Yeah.
So,
No.
things like that. Yeah, things like that when it comes to mine. Like people need to stop assuming that every trans guy bombs. Because we don't. No, we don't.
Yeah.
We love to top as well.
Awesome.
So that's
Well,
another
hey,
thing that a lot of individuals need to learn is or know as well. We don't just only bottom because the part that we have or whatnot, but we love to top as well too.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, man.
And
That's fair.
we might actually top better than who you had before because it's different sizes. Hey, you never know. So
You never know. So how can people like me make it easier out there for our trans family?
honestly, just asking the right questions. Don't ask about what surgeries you have or this, that, and third. Ask how can they make things better for you.
Okay.
Ask how can they support you,
Hmm.
than anything else. Because we don't want to be looked at as a fetish. Because honestly, in this world today, we are looked at as a fetish.
Yeah.
I've seen it through FetLife. I've seen it through Grinder. I've seen it through Scruff, Sniffies, all that, Tammy, all that.
Hmm.
I've seen that a lot of us trans individuals, we're just fetishes for just a little pump here, there, or two, and then that's it. We're not really recognized like that. I've also seen for a lot of trans mask and non-binary individuals, um, a lot of cis gay men just want to, as I said before, just want to top and be like, well, they got this under the belt and that's it.
Yeah.
They don't care about how we feel.
Yeah. Okay.
We're actually way more than that. Literally,
Oh,
we are way more than that.
well, any words of wisdom that you'd like to share at the end here before we get off the podcast?
Words of wisdom is learn who your friends are. That's my words of wisdom. Learn who your friends are, especially within this journey. Because guess what? Sometimes those friends who you think is a friend
Yeah.
isn't your friend. So learn who your friends are. Learn who is your support group. Because your supporters are always behind your back. Always,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And they will be there through you through thick and thin. Learn your supporters, and you'll know who supports you through thick and thin, through when you're from the bottom to get to the top. Those are your supporters right there.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Rom, it's been awesome getting to sit here and talk to you. And I know it's not going to be our last conversation that we have, and hopefully we'll get to meet in person one day soon.
It's funny because last year I seen you at the Florida Puppy Contest, right? You
Yes.
was the last day you were putting your flag down. You was walking a little puppy. I was walking my dog Trisha, and I seen you, and I was like, that's Pup Twigs, but I don't want to go up and say anything to him because I don't know him like that. So
Well, you can come up and say hi anytime and stuff. I always like people that'll come up and talk to us and stuff. And I'm not always the one to see people and recognize them, and we're just kind of in our own little world. And but yes,
right.
definitely next time we have to talk.
Oh, definitely, of course.
Well, will you take care? Enjoy the beach since you're at your where money means no object destination on Fort Lauderdale Beach?
Was I'm working for him, so of course I'm enjoying the beach plus also working, so of course.
Oh yeah, I know. I know work gets in the way of a lot of stuff. So
It does, because especially since I'm working like about I've worked, oh my God, I haven't had a day off yet, and even next week I'm working nonstop too. So yeah, it's season for us starts from November until spring break after May. So
yeah.
I'll be working regardless.
Oh yeah. Well, it was great to talk to you, and we'll be talking again soon.
Of course, I'll be here for it. Bye.
It is so important of trans individuals to have control over their narratives and their lives. A reminder that each person's journey is unique and valid, regardless of where they are on their path. Please take care of everyone.